Dave Ramsey Show listeners, would you be interested in a way to make money part-time without actually having to change very much of your daily routine? I've got good news. If you follow my advice that I'm going to share with you, this one tip, if you do that, you'll succeed. If you deviate from that, then the likelihood is really going to increase that you're going to fail. I recently saw a Dave Ramsey show, and I noticed a disturbing pattern, especially with 3 of the callers. Now, I don't want to get into a kerfluffle here. I can already know what's going to happen in the comments of this life-changing video. Dave Ramsey's advice is sound. He's giving you good financial advice, so follow it. You need to know that you can be a food delivery driver on UberEats, and it's very successful. You get tips. It's a really good endeavor, but you have to do it properly, and that's what I'm going to give you this tip for. Think of all the ways that you can save that income that you're going to earn and put it towards your goals or whatever debt you have to pay off. It's a great thing, and it's helped me tremendously. I've done this part-time going on 7 years. This is something that I have great expertise in, and I want to help you too, just like Dave helped you. All right, I can already see what's going to happen. I'm going to ruffle some feathers. I don't care because I know what's going to happen in the comments of this video. Probably even the thoughts that you're thinking right now. You are not a loser for working for UberEats. You're not a loser for working for any of the gig apps. We are performing work. We're working hard. It takes skill. We earn money for that work. So it is a valid job. And what's really good, again, I mentioned I've been doing this part-time for going on 7 years. What a great way to make some extra money. And here's a pro tip for you. How can you be faster? This is the skill part. How can you be faster when you're doing shopping orders? Do you realize we can see color much better than text? So focus on the color of whatever that brand is, look for it on the shelf, go right to it, and then look for that specific item. That's a pro tip that you're not going to get unless you just have the experience doing food delivery. So these are the reasons that I am so frustrated when people complain about get a real job or you're a loser. No, you're not. I'm working hard and I'm earning money, and I want to give you tips and ways that you can do the same. And that way you can bypass all the pitfalls that'll make you a failure, and instead you're going to be a winner. So let's move on. Consider this. I live in California, where we as a state love pushing the boundaries of reality. So we passed a law increasing the minimum wage to $20 an hour for restaurant chain workers. What do you think the outcome of that is? Oh, we're poor doing food delivery on UberEats. We can't make enough. Let's go to McDonald's and make $20 an hour for basically doing basic customer service. Do you know what happens? Labor is the biggest cost in a business, and so you're just going to get less hours. Maybe in the beginning you would have a 5 or 6 hour shift. Now you're going to get a 2 or 3 hour shift at $20 an hour. So you're actually not going to be making as much money. Before we move on, I want to alleviate any of your fears. So please, in the comments below, please share right now what concerns you. What would keep you from trying UberEats? I want to answer those questions and help you be a successful food delivery driver. So thank you for being vulnerable, and your comments are going to help all the viewers that see this. So thank you. The UberEats business model works because we are independent contractors. So yes, they can pay us $2 to do an order, and they don't have to pay all the benefits like when you have a full-time job. So the tips that I share with you on my channel keep you profitable, but more on that later. But guaranteed, do not take $2 and $3 orders. So back to Dave Ramsey. You know that he teaches how do you get income. It's either W-2, getting that full-time pay, or gigs like UberEats, which I'm sharing with you. That's part-time income. And I think you're about ready to hear that tip. So for Dave Ramsey viewers, here's that tip in a couple parts. The very first thing that you must do, for those listeners that already have a full-time job, UberEats is the best thing that you can do. Leave an hour early before work, stay an hour late after work, keep in mind, you can do orders on the way to work and then do Uber Eats orders on the way home. You've already committed to driving your car for work. So it's not free, but actually it's a sunk cost because you were already going to drive those miles, the fuel, the maintenance, the wear and tear on your car. That's a big expense when you do food delivery. So this is the way to do it very smartly, already in conjunction with your daily routine. All you have to do is leave a little earlier and come home a little bit later. Then you can take orders on your way to work and 1 or 2 or more on the way home. This is basically free money. You're working for it, but you already committed to using your car. So in a way, you don't actually have that expense because you were already going to spend the money on your car going to and from work. This is the smart way to do it. The next best way, and this applies for everybody, whether you're retired or working a full-time job, you could just go out during peak meal times. This is when it's the busiest, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So if you're not going to, or in conjunction with that tip of going to and from work, if you want to go out and just work peak meal times, this is when the most orders are going to come in. And as long as you pick profitable ones, you're going to do really well. The thing that you don't want to do, and I kind of do this, you don't want to go out purposely just to do food delivery on Uber Eats. I do it all day for a couple days, and I make some money. I've got some skill because of my going on 7 years of experience, so I know how to do it smartly. But in the beginning, if you just go out and spend the time all day hoping and wondering for orders, what's likely to happen is you are going to spend a lot of gas. You're going to have maintenance repairs come up. You're not going to make as much money because it's not that you don't want to make money. You just don't know how. You're trusting, you're hoping too much, but you quickly get experience by doing food delivery. And that's why I love helping you, the drivers, succeed. So if you follow the first part of this tip and just do it to and from work, or the second part during peak meal times, this is going to maximize your earnings and it's going to minimize your expenses in the form of vehicle wear and tear and fuel. Then you can take your earnings from doing Uber Eats, put it towards your debt, put it towards the goals that you have in line with what Dave Ramsey recommends to help your financial situation. This is something that's so overlooked. People don't automatically think of Uber Eats, but now you know about it. But just because you know this, how do you know actually how to pick profitable orders? How do you know how to do food delivery safely? I've got good news for you. I've made a video teaching you how to do both of these things, and they are essential. So watch that next, and I'll see you there.